It's like you're walking down the street. You don't just like throw your business card at somebody and expect them to chase you down the street and go, yes, I'd love to connect with you. You know?
You talk a lot about connection and how you connect even to strangers, even to, the people around you. In this world that is full of skepticism, right? Because now, the internet has such low barriers to entry for a lot of gurus, a lot of people who call themselves all sort of things. Like, the amount of skepticism around is huge, right? So what would be some tips that, you can share with our listeners as to how can we connect, on a deeper level, rather than just a surface questions?
Yeah, that's really interesting, because when we are connecting online, there's the temptation to just make it all look good. But then if you're putting forward an image that you don't feel is really congruent, but you wish it was, then you're always trying to like keep up to that. Whereas if people connect honestly, and maybe they say, I'm a professional speaker too, although, I'm still very much in a learning journey. I'd love to learn from you. Like, if you come with humility, then and authenticity, like just be real about where you're at and why you'd like to connect. And I get all kinds of connections on LinkedIn, and sometimes I take a screenshot because I'm like, that was amazing. The way they wrote to me was like so cool, and that's a great way to do it. Then there's the other ones that are like, because I always respond first. If somebody sends me a friend request, it's not often that they send a note. I always encourage that you do. In fact, I put in the back of this book, which was like 2014, if you're connecting online, send a personal note wherever possible. Just say why. It's like you're walking down the street. You don't just like throw your business card at somebody and expect them to chase you down the street and go, yes, I'd love to connect with you. You would say hi. You would have some connection before you say, can I give you my card? Right. So just remember that online, you're connecting with human beings on the other side. So they want to know, why do you want to connect? And then if you just start selling them something, like, hey, I can help you with this. Then you go, did you actually look at my profile?
Right.
Do you know how many people in my world already help me with those things? Or do you know how many experts are already in my world? So I just think giving a bit of thought and imagining that you're the person on the receiving end of this, then what would you want to receive? And I got a lovely message from a new connection the other day, because she connected. She asked, how's my week going? And to be honest, it was a pretty tragic week. We had some pretty awful things happen. And I just said, to be honest, it's not a great week, but even with, some traumatic, I didn't say that much because I didn't want to, just dump on her. But I just said, even with challenging situations, there's always beautiful people. And she wrote back, and then she said, look, I know you don't know me, but if you want a sounding board, if you want a listening ear, I'm here. And I was like, that is so lovely. I'm like, I would write something like that to somebody. Why am I surprised when somebody writes it to me?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it was really nice to have that, authentic connection and just open door. And I can see from her profile that she might see me as a potential customer, but she hasn't just launched into, hey, I can do this for your business, which is really refreshing.
Right. So really send a note to someone, right? As you're connecting, send a note and share with them why, the reason.
And be unattached to the outcome. Like, you might see their profile and think, I could be such a great fit for their business. I could help their business grow. But if that's the first thing that you lead with, they just go, do you know how many people want to help my business grow and get paid for it? So why would I look at your profile in more detail if it's another sales pitch?
Yeah.
So just be open. It's like no strings attached. It would be great to connect, like to have people like you in my network. Right. That's great.
That's it.
But don't just say, oh, thanks for connecting. Here's my event on this week. I hope you can come, and can you please share it with everybody? No.
Red flag.
It's like, and I'm sure that the work you're doing is beautiful, but I can't just jump on board with everybody's events. There's a lot of great people in my world doing great events.
Right.
If you have gained something from this video, give us a thumbs up, Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you will never miss another video like this.